I think IT is absolutely critical for realising the objectives. These days it's almost impossible to do anything in any company without the support and enablement of IT. So, I mean, big areas for us at the moment would be, for instance, everything in the area of customer self-service, which is a big industry trend and very popular by customers. People want to be able to do things for themselves. They find it quicker, more reliable. They get more choice. They have control of when they do it and things. So, customer self-service is all IT enabled. Everything to do with customer relationship management is also IT enabled. I mean, being able to record the preferences of and manage your relationship with your customers is a very important. The biggest challenge faced by every IT organisation is pretty well the same, which is how to align IT with the business. That is the major challenge. As a non-technology person, my thinking is that the technology is basically under control. It's not always under control, but the area for the biggest area of contention is how to align the business strategy, the business people, and the IT. And it's about how to extract value from IT, how much you want IT to do the work, how to prioritize different things, understanding the potential of IT. And this is a real challenge for most businesses, and it's a challenge in Cathay Pacific. We're constantly, first of all, discussing with the business about the extent to which they think IT is doing a good job, and we think that they're interacting well with us. So we have a constant dialogue about this challenge. I mean, we recognise it's an important challenge. And the other thing is that we are currently in Cathay undergoing yet again another reorganisation of our IT department. I don't apologise for that in any way, internally or any other way, because I think you have to keep your IT organisation up to date with what the current challenges are, what the current business trends are. So we're refocusing our department on trying to get the high value areas, and to focus on those and ask our suppliers to do the rest of the work for us. There are two levels. At the first level, there's a very, very important discussion between the business and IT about what your objectives are, how your strategy to achieve them should be. And your strategy should be informed by the potential and capability of IT. I mean, both just sort of blue sky, if you like, but also thinking about what your competitors are doing and what other industries are doing. So that's a bit where it's appropriate and correct to have IT input into the strategy, and that's a very important area, and it's where the most value comes. The second bit is about the actual development of the applications, and I think our thinking on that is slightly different from what you were just explaining, in as much as for those core elements we were talking about before, I think it's quite important to try and get your processes aligned with every other company's process in the same area. So if you take an example of that, if you look at an airline website, by and large they're all now coming to be quite similar. And if you go to an airline whose website is completely different from other airlines, unless they've done a fantastic job at innovation, and even if they have, generally speaking, people don't like a website to be massively different because they've got used to the normal way about navigating around. So if you do something completely differently, which is for what's just a core service, then you run the risk of making it very difficult for people. But if you talk about the value added bit, then I'd agree completely. The IT needs to enable that. So for the core bit, I think there's a lot of value for IT actually imposing on the business standard ways of doing things, because customers don't like it if your way of doing it is really weird. If you use the websites a lot, you'll see that there's very, very common similarities, and if you try to do something different, customers complain. It's not an appropriate area for innovation. There are good areas for innovation, and that's where IT should support. But if it's a core product, IT has an important role in process design, and keeping it standard is more effective and gives greater customer satisfaction. We use a lot of different technologies, as you can imagine. Most of them I wouldn't say are strategic. They're all important, and we're continuing to do lots of work on them. I think turn the question around a bit and say, where's the biggest focus on new stuff, if you like? And it tends to be around end user computing and mobile. I think both for customers and for staff, this is an important area. People want to do stuff themselves. They want to do it when they want to do it. They want to do it how they want to do it. They want to be interacted on their own devices at their own time. And so a lot of work going on that. And similarly for staff too, to be able to give them the tools at the place where they want it, not back in the office or in the structure that the company determines. So a lot more control by both customers and by staff about what IT they get, what information they get, how they use it, where they can access it, and the way in which they do it. I think that's a big growth area for aviation and for other companies as well. And it's quite an exciting field.